Welcome to the House on the Hill property renovation makeover Spain. Here's a glance of how the property was when I first purchased it. And be prepared, it gets worse before it gets better. If it's your first time watching, remember to watch from video 1 from the playlist and remember to subscribe. After such a long time, I'm so sorry I haven't released a video in a while. I promised to be more frequent with them now. I did think for 2 reasons that I should come on. One, the wildfires, which have been absolutely horrendous down in Almeria, and I thought I'd come and say that I'm not in that area. And my friend Sharon, when I wished her happy birthday, said the only way I can keep in touch with you, Leslie, is by watching your house videos. So I thought, okay, time to do one. There's been some minor changes, one the dressing room, and then other than that, little tweaks, change of usage of the rooms as well. What a day! I've been finding amazing things for free. So I went into a hardware store to buy some string for something that I'll show you in a minute, and I saw these sacks. Okay, I thought, oh, they'd be good to hang on the wall for a natural look, and I can change them in the future if I get sick. I can put some little tags on them and put a pole on. So I've bought 2 of these, asked how much they were, €2 each. I've spent €4 on artwork to fill a full wall. So the rope that I went for was for this. What is it? It's a stone wrapped as a present. It's a door stopper. Watch it fall off and break my toe. I hope not. So I was also given this off my friend Andy. I said, can I have a look in your workshop and see what you've got? I was going the scrounge. And you went, no, there's this if you want it. What can I do with it? Leave it in the comments. What can I use this for? Oh my goodness, this has made such a difference to my life. I absolutely love this room. When I got the wardrobes first fitted, I just wanted to sit in the middle of it with a glass of wine and admire the complete organisation. I mean, look, I do have a friend who came to look at them and she knows who she is. She's probably a little bit OCD and maybe she would have put doors on, I got the feeling, but because it's just a room only for this, I prefer not to have the doors because I can very easily see what's going on. And look at this. Oh my goodness. I adore it. And this earring rack, this is great for organisation as well. I do absolutely love that. You can see it backs onto the olive grove. And I've got all this space free. Look at that extra wardrobe. I need to buy some more clothes. We'll come back to the upstairs very soon. Before we move on to the bathroom, let's just have a little bit of a break from the house on the hill. This was filmed at the top of the olive grove behind the house, so you can see how lovely the area is and the views in the distance. And I'm just showing you a little bit of what goes on between each video and sometimes why I can't film as frequently because I'm either working or have family or friends visiting.
But when it comes to little shacks and stuff that are always like, if you just want to drink, it doesn't matter. And then we sometimes walk a bit further and go, oh, we should have maybe gone there. This looks nice, but we'll go there. I'm a lucky man.
Who's that, Leslie? Here's the bathroom vanity unit or bench, which is in pine. You'll see it's completely transformed when we look at the bathroom. This is the original sink that I chose that was not practical at all, so I've decided to change it. You'll see that in a second. Just sanding the bathroom shelves here. Now you will see the new sink, the shelves and the completely refurbished vanity bench. The bathroom, this has been the most difficult room in the house to do. I've made a few mistakes but I'm slowly rectifying them. So since you've last seen the video, I've had these shelves put up, which I think really had a nice touch. And the plant. A plant always makes a huge difference, I think, in any room. And what else? We discussed the board across the bath, where we discussed this board that I got from my friend. So that's the use I have for it at the moment. Popped it across the bath to put all of my toiletries on. Now, the worst thing, I've smashed the toilet up. Let me show you. Now, while we're here, looking at the toilet, let me just remind you that this is getting changed. I still hate this frosted glass. I didn't realise I'd ordered that. That's going to go downstairs in the downstairs bathroom, which is very small. I don't mind so much there. Now, the internal part of this, the mechanism that suspends the toilet, that supports it, is grower, as we can now see. I couldn't see what it was before. However, I did see a little QR code, scanned it, found out the make. The builder didn't know and he didn't buy it with the flush. So every time I go to Leroy Merlin, I try to find the flush of this size, and it doesn't seem to exist. So I've been pestering the builder again and again, saying, can you give me the invoice so that I can see what model it was, call grower, however you pronounce that, and order the flush. Oh, I'm going to get it, and then, oh, it's with the accountant, and 6 months later, I still didn't know what make to get. What happens? Eventually, I have a visitor who, my technique was you put your hand inside, there was a little ring, and I explained this to everybody, you just gently pulled the ring up and it flushed. But obviously you can't blame somebody for not doing it correctly when it's not a normal flush. So the inside of it all fell apart, and I couldn't use the toilet yesterday. So I wasn't very happy about that. Couldn't access it, couldn't see it to fix it. And so I decided the only way to access it would be to smash the tiles so I could see inside. However, there's a plastic box, so I still couldn't see inside, but miraculously, this has all worked out for the good. So let me explain. Regardless of finding the correct size, I could only find them in white, silver and black, neither of which I wanted. I went to a friend's house and the handyman was there. He said, I'll come up and have a look at it. So he managed to fix it by just putting his hand inside and fondling around, and did it, God knows how. And he's put this string on so I can pull this now. But on top of that, the best thing of all is, he said, oh, I once made a toilet flush out of wood. Oh my gosh. So he's going to make me one out of wood, and all we've got to do, I've only broke one tile. Looks like a complete disaster, but it isn't. We just need to replace this one tile, make one out of wood, voila, Bob's your uncle, problem solved, due to a disaster. So a little bit of a blessing in disguise, as they would say. And my toilet roll holder. So it was quite difficult, excuse the demonstration, it was quite difficult to like reach all the way back to there to get the loo roll. There's just glass there. Couldn't really put it on here because it would be too far in. So I bought a basket to keep my spare loo rolls in and put a stick through, and there you go, that just sits there. Absolutely perfect and accessible. I don't know if I've shown you this in another video, but the towel rail. These steps used to be outside of this room because this was a room where they only kept animals. The door was here and the entrance in was closed, so it was like an outdoor room, and these steps were outside to give access to this. And I painted them, I sprayed them brown and used them as a towel rail. I absolutely love those. So there's a lot of things that I'm recycling in here. So this is just the olive grove out the back. And a little bit of a reminder, I've been tidying up out here, getting rid of builder's rubble, or all those bags. Yeah, I did all of that yesterday. And there's more in the garage. This, I don't know, what do you think for this? Chicken coop? Vegetable garden? Or the vegetable garden could go elsewhere. In time, we have oranges growing and pomegranates, and of course olives. Who could forget the olives? So you may find it a little odd that I have my television in front of the dining table, and this used to be the living area. I've switched it around because it works better for me this way, because I do a lot of exercise videos and I can push this sofa back to where the table is, and then I have this whole huge area as a practical space for exercise. I can still see the TV where the video is, and I've got my office area right here with the printer that's been broken for 2 years, and I've just managed to get that reset again. So things are progressing. So in general, I'm wanting the upstairs to be my lounge, cozy area, work-free zone, exercise-free zone. So this I'm counting as my living space. So I'll come here, relax on an evening, wind down, ready to retire to the bed. Eventually I will get a big comfy sofa here because these chairs were from a property that I sold and the new owners didn't want them, so passed them to me. So downstairs is for practical living. So this is the first time I've really experienced the underfloor cooling system that I have in the summer, and what a difference. Oh my goodness. I no longer need a siesta in the afternoon because I'm not just hot right throughout the day. It means I can be more productive. You wouldn't think so because I've not released a video for a while, but I have been in other areas. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving the underfloor cooling. Sometimes I even have to put a cardigan on inside. Before I go, just a little snippet of what else I've been doing. For my birthday, I had a dive class, a taster, and I decided to continue and do my full PADI course. So I'm now qualified to dive down to 18 metres without an instructor and hire the equipment. That's what's been going on. Please remember to subscribe and like if you want to see more updates on my house on the hill renovation, as well as a few other little shenanigans that are going on.